The 2019 college admissions bribery scandal became public on March 12, 2019, when U.S. federal prosecutors in the District of Massachusetts unsealed a series of indictments and complaints against 50 people as part of an ongoing investigation into alleged schemes to use bribery and fraud to secure admission to various colleges. The indicted individuals include many prominent businesspeople, coaches, and actors. The case is the largest of its kind by the Justice Department. Federal prosecutors allege that the parents of college applicants paid more than $25 million in bribes to college officials between 2011 and 2018. Universities involved in the case include Georgetown University, Stanford University, the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, the University of San Diego, the University of Southern California, USC, the University of Texas at Austin, Wake Forest University, and Yale University. The FBI investigation was nicknamed Operation Varsity Blues in a nod to the 1999 film of the same name. The leader of the scheme, William Rixinger, and former Stanford University sailing coach John Van Damme have pleaded guilty. The FBI alleged that beginning in 2011, parents of high school-aged children conspired with each other to use bribery and other forms of fraud to get their children admitted to top colleges and universities. Federal prosecutors in Boston on March 12, 2019, made a criminal complaint, charging 50 people with conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest services mail fraud in violation of Title 18 United States Code, Section 1349. Federal prosecutors alleged a bribery and college admission cheating scheme that involved bribing college entrance exam administrators in order to facilitate cheating on college and university entrance exams, bribing varsity coaches and administrators of elite universities and colleges in order to nominate unqualified applicants as recruited athletes or favored candidates, hence, facilitating those applicants' admission into those schools, using a charitable organization to conceal the source and nature of laundered bribery payments. Court documents unsealed in March 2019 detail a scheme wherein wealthy parents bribed admissions testing officials, athletics staff, and coaches at universities in order to gain admission for their children to prestigious universities. The enterprise was led by William Rixinger, a then 58-year-old resident of Newport Beach, California, who ran Key Worldwide Foundation, a nonprofit organization previously granted 501c3 status/wiki/501c3_ organization, which allowed it to avoid federal income taxes and allowed Key clients to deduct their donations from personal federal income taxes. The Key enterprise also included the Edge College and Career Network, a limited liability company registered in 2012. Singer primarily used two separate fraudulent techniques to help clients' children gain admission to elite universities. The first involved cheating on the SAT and ACT. Thus, Singer worked with psychologists to complete the detailed paperwork required to certify clients' children as having a learning disability, giving them access to accommodations for taking the tests. Singer noted that this could be reused to fraudulently obtain similar benefits at university. Once the paperwork was complete, Singer coached clients to make up false travel plans to get their children's tests relocated to two centers under his control, West Hollywood and Houston. Depending on the client's preferences, the child was either involved directly in the fraud, or, in many cases, the fraud was kept secret and corrupt proctors altered tests after the fact. In some cases, the tests were taken by another person posing as the student. Mark Riddell, Florida resident and director at IMG Academy, was allegedly one of the stand-in test takers, who agreed to plead guilty and cooperate with investigators. According to recorded phone calls included in court filings, Singer claimed that the practice fraudulently obtaining accommodations such as extra testing time, intended for those with bona fide learning disabilities, is widespread outside of his particular scheme.
Yeah, everywhere around the country. What happened is, all the wealthy families that figured out that if I get my kid tested and they get extended time, they can do better on the test. So most of these kids don't even have issues, but they're getting time. The playing fields is not fair.
The second method used by Singer involved directly bribing college athletics staff and coaches. At target institutions, coaches and athletic staff had the ability to submit a certain number of recruit names to admissions, which would then view the applications in light of that status. Singer used the key money laundering operation to pay coaches a bribe for labeling applicants as athletes for purposes of gaining admission. He fabricated profiles highlighting each applicant's purported athletic prowess. Among those charged in the March 12 release were coaches and staff at Georgetown, Stanford, Texas, UCLA, USC, Wake Forest, and Yale. In one such incident, Michael Center, the men's tennis coach at the University of Texas at Austin, accepted approximately $100,000 in exchange for designating an applicant as a recruit for the Texas Longhorns tennis team, thus facilitating their admittance into the university. A similar situation occurred at Yale, where the head coach of the women's soccer team, Rudolph "Rudy" Meredith, allegedly accepted a $400,000 bribe for falsely identifying an applicant as a recruit. Senior Associate Athletic Director Donna Heinel and water polo coach Jovan Vavik, both of USC, allegedly received $1.3 million and $250,000, respectively, for similar incidents. They were indicted alongside former USC women's soccer coaches Ali Khosrow-Shaheen and Laura Yonka. In addition, UCLA and Stanford, two other Pac-12 programs, had coaches indicted, including UCLA men's soccer coach Jorge Salcedo and Stanford sailing coach John Van Demoer, who both admitted to accepting bribes. At Wake Forest, head volleyball coach William "Bill" Ferguson was placed on administrative leave following charges of racketeering. Former Georgetown tennis coach Gordon "Gordy" Ernst is alleged to have facilitated as many as 12 students through fraudulent means while accepting bribes of up to $950,000. In response to the scandal, the National Collegiate Athletic Association, NCAA, the chief governing body for college sports in the United States, announced they would be reviewing the allegations to determine the extent to which NCAA rules may have been violated. Besides bribery, parents would allegedly have third parties take classes on behalf of their children and submit those results to colleges and universities as if they were from their own kids. The scam allegedly also involved submitting fraudulent exam scores and grades, including fake awards and athletic achievements. In one such case, noted private equity investor Bill McGlashan discussed using Photoshop to create a fake profile for his son as a football kicker to help him get into USC. Similarly, Marcy Palatella, wife of former San Francisco 49ers player Lou Palatella, worked with Singer to pass her son off as a long snapper recruit for USC. Singer was charged with racketeering conspiracy for his role as the organizer of this scheme. Money was passed through a 501c3 organization/wiki/501c3_ organization, formed by Singer, the Key Worldwide Foundation, as charitable donations. Singer pleaded guilty on March 12, 2019, in the U.S. District Court in Boston to 4 felony counts of conspiracy to commit money laundering, conspiracy to defraud the United States, and obstruction of justice. He faces a maximum of 65 years in prison and a fine of $1.25 million. A total of 50 people have been charged as part of the ongoing investigations. Of these, 33 are parents of college applicants and 9 were collegiate coaches. Notable indicted individuals include Jane Buckingham, marketing executive and self-help book author; Felicity Huffman, actress best known for role in Desperate Housewives; Lori Loughlin, actress best known for role in Full House; Marcy Palatella, distillery owner and businesswoman, wife of Lou Palatella; Massimo Giannulli, Laughlin's husband and fashion designer; Bill McGlashan, founder of TPG Growth, a division of TPG Capital; Douglas Hodge, former CEO of PIMCO; Gordon Kaplan, co-chairman of Wiki and Gallagher; David Sidhu, Canadian businessman and former professional football player; Jorge Salcedo, Major League Soccer player and college coach; William Rixinger, ringleader, purported college counselor, author of self-help book for college admission. In addition to Singer himself, who organized much of the enterprise's operation, Key Enterprise employed a man to fraudulently take admission tests, impersonating the client's children, and paid educational testing service and act contractors to deliberately misadminister the tests. Alan Dershowitz, professor emeritus at Harvard Law School, claimed it was the worst scandal involving elite universities in the history of the United States. Elizabeth Warren, United States Senator for Massachusetts, where all criminal cases were filed, told news media that the scandal represented just one more example of how the rich and powerful know how to take care of their own.